Most business owners waste thousands of dollars advertising on the wrong platform. They see someone crushing it on Facebook ads and they think to themselves, I should do that too. Or they hear Google ads is the gold standard and they spend money there without understanding if it's the right fit for their business. Let me be very clear here. There is no best marketing channel for your business. There is only the best platform for your specific business model and what you have to offer. So with that in mind, today I'm going to be breaking down exactly how to choose between Meta, so Facebook and Instagram, Google and YouTube ads for appointment-based and lead generation businesses only. So I'm not going to cover anything related to e-commerce. We are only concerned with lead generation and appointment-based or sales call-based ads. So if you don't know me, my name is Muhammad Anan from clientswithads.com, and this channel is all about getting clients with ads. It's as simple as that. If you need more clients with ads, this YouTube channel is for you. And with that in mind, let's get started. So before we talk about platforms, you need to understand one critical question. Are your customers actively searching for your solution right now? Or do they need to be told and educated that they even have a problem in the first place that your offer and business solve? These two questions determines everything, because advertising platforms fall into two categories. So you have pull marketing and you have push marketing. So for pull marketing, it means that people are actively looking for your solution. They are searching, they are comparing options, and they have high intent right now. Whereas push marketing means you're interrupting people. They are not looking for your offer, your solution, your business. They are just scrolling their feed or watching a video, for example, on YouTube or Instagram, and therefore you need to grab their attention or you need to interrupt their feed. Hence, this is what we call interruption marketing. So to recap, Google is a pull platform. It's active-based marketing, whereas Meta and YouTube is interruption-based marketing, which means that you're interrupting the feed of the people so that they become aware and they give you their attention to read your ad and consume your advertisements so that they become a lead. Therefore, understanding this difference is the key to choosing the right platform for your business. Okay, so let's start with Google Ads. Google Ads work best when people are actively searching for what you do. So someone types, for example, I don't know, like divorce lawyer near me or emergency plumber Boston or a dentist or emergency dentist. This is all active marketing and it's going to be on Google. So they have a problem, they need it solved right now, and this is purchase intent at its highest. Okay, so let's talk about the types of ads you can run on Google Ads. So first of all, we have search ads. These are text ads that show up when someone searches specific keywords. This is basically what most people think of when they think about Google Ads. Then we have local services ads. These appear at the very top for local service businesses. If you have a Google Maps profile, Google screens it and you pay per lead, not per click. Next, we have display ads, banner ads that show across millions of websites in Google's network. These are great for retargeting people who visited your site, and in most cases, you will find billion-dollar brands like Nike, Adidas, and something like that. They keep advertising on display ads because they have the budget to afford it. Next, we have shopping ads, so product listings with images and prices. These are mostly for e-commerce, but not relevant for service businesses and lead generation. Then we have call-only ads, so mobile ads designed to get people to call you directly. Perfect for emergency services and restaurants, for example. Then we have Performance Max campaigns. These are Google's AI-driven campaigns that run across all Google properties automatically. And again, for service businesses, you will mainly focus on search ads and local services ads and maybe call-only ads. Now let's talk about how targeting works on Google Ads. So Google targeting is based on keywords. You choose the exact search term you want to show up for, and someone types, for example, plumber near me or a dentist near me, or for example, I live in Düsseldorf, so I might write dentist Düsseldorf. These are all search terms or keywords. And once I target this specific keyword, my ad will appear if I'm competitive with my bidding. After the keyword stage, you can also layer the targeting with location targeting, demographic targeting, device targeting, time of the day targeting, and audience targeting. And keep in mind, I'm going to create a specific Google Ads masterclass for 2025-2026, where I'm going to explain everything for you, like the search terms, the keywords, the targeting, device targeting, time of the day targeting, audience targeting, all of that. You will find the link somewhere on the screen right now. And with that in mind, let's talk about the best indices that are a good fit for Google Ads. So we have legal services, as you can see on the screen. I'm not gonna read all of this. I just listed here for you. You can pause the screen and read it. You have legal services, home services, healthcare and medical, B2B professional services, emergency services, and local services. So for example, let's talk about B2B professional services. Of course, you can be an accountant or a marketing agency or web development agency, and you might run Google Ads and at the same time Facebook and Instagram ads. That's totally fine and that's actually doable. But in this scenario, if you need leads like today or by tomorrow, your best bet is going to be Google Ads. So just keep that in mind. This list is a good example for the best niches and the best indices for Google Ads, but it's not basically a must. Like you can be in these niches and still market on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. But as a rule of thumb, if you need leads immediately, Google is going to be your best option. Now let's talk about why Google works extremely well for these industries. First of all, the intent is already there. So you're not creating demand, you're capturing it. and people are ready to spend money. So they are actively searching for a solution. Chances are they are ready to spend their money. The only thing that's for them is basically comparing options. So you are one of the many options on Google, and your job here is to be the best option for them. And you can achieve this by working on your landing page and your offer. Keep this in mind. If someone is searching for what you offer, Google is usually your best first move. And with that in mind, let's jump into the next marketing channel, which is basically meta ads. And keep in mind, whenever I say meta, I mean Facebook and Instagram ads. So what I like to call meta and Instagram ads is basically the awareness and education marketing channel. Facebook and Instagram ads are completely different and a complete different game than Google ads. Why? Because people are interrupted by your ads. People are not searching for your offer, your solution, your product, your business. They are basically just scrolling their feed, in most cases wasting their time. And I'm one of them. Like, I keep wasting my time on social media. But you have to keep in mind that you're interrupting people with your ads. Whereas on Google, as we said before, it's active marketing because people are actively searching for a solution to their specific problem. So because people are not searching for what you offer, you need to interrupt them. You need to hook them. You need to create a pattern interrupt, or what we call in marketing the hook. So the hook is basically you or your business or your ad creating demand where none existed before. So people didn't have demand. They were scrolling on their feed, and you're creating the demand yourself by hooking them with your ad creative. So with an image, with a video, with a UGC video, like there are hundreds of ways that you can create ad creatives so that you hook them and grab their attention, read your ad, and hopefully become a lead or a sales goal for your business. This means that meta ads excel when you need to educate people or reach them before they are actively searching for a solution that your offer offers. Now let's talk about the type of ads that Meta is offering us as marketers. So first of all, we have feed ads. So the standard ads in the Facebook or Instagram feed. These can be an image or a video. Then we have story ads. So full screen vertical ads that appear between stories. These are great for mobile first audiences, so it's mobile optimized. Then you have reel ads, video ads that appear in Instagram Reels. These tend to have high engagement, so you have to create like a high engaging reel to capture their attention. Otherwise, they're going to just scroll past you. Then we have video ads. These are long video content in feed or in stream. Then we have carousel ads. So these are multiple images or videos in one ad that users can swipe through. And in most cases, it's going to be from right to left, I would say. Yeah, it's going to be like this. So they just scroll past your carousel images or videos so that you can basically communicate your offer even clearly through images or through videos. Even if you have multiple offers, you can put them in one carousel, although I do not recommend it. But in e-commerce, it's quite often the case that they put multiple products in one carousel and they let people just scroll past them so that they pick their favorite product, so to say. But in terms of lead generation and sales calls, you can use carousels in creative ways that I'm going to show you in different videos, I would say. But until then, keep in mind that carousel ads are extremely powerful and you need to test them. Next, we have lead form ads. So ads with a built-in form that captures leads without leaving the platform. People can submit their contact information with just a few steps. Lead form ads from Meta were extremely effective, but as time goes and as more marketers are using them, like in most cases, the quality of the lead is not that good if you're not implementing, I would say, strict lead qualification. In most cases, you're going to get trash leads. Therefore, I highly recommend you not to start with lead form ads on Facebook until you train your pixel. Instead, I highly recommend you to send people into mobile optimized landing pages, for example, from Perspective Funnels. Landing pages tend to have a higher quality per lead than lead form ads. And with that in mind, let's jump into the next ad form, which is basically messenger ads or DM ads. These are ads that open a conversation in Facebook Messenger or Instagram DMs. Then we have Advantage Plus shopping campaigns. These are automated campaigns mostly for e-commerce. So for service-based businesses, you will focus on feed ads, story ads, video ads, and lead form ads. These are going to be your main focus if you're trying to get qualified leads and appointments for your business or your clients' businesses. All right, let's talk briefly about how targeting works on Meta. So Meta's targeting is based on who people are, not what they are searching for. So you can target by demographics, location, interests, behaviors, life events, custom audiences, and lookalike audience. Now keep in mind, this was the way to target people and to get your perfect prospect in the past, but right now, as I'm shooting this video today, is the 24th of November 2025. The game has completely changed. Now targeting happens on the creative layer. So for example, your ad creative, which is basically the image or video, should communicate what are you trying to sell, to whom are you trying to sell, what are the personality traits or challenges or anything related to your prospect that will give Meta's algorithm or Meta's AI enough context so that the AI and the algorithm is going to show your ad hopefully to the right prospect, because your ad creative like your image or your video, gave enough context to this AI to understand, okay, I don't know, like for example, Mohannad, like me, I'm trying to sell my coaching or my agency services to businesses that are doing $30,000 per month or more, for example. If this was my criteria, I'm going to try to communicate this in my ad creative so that the AI understands who I'm targeting, and the AI is going to help me show my ads to people that this ad is going to be relevant for them. So the targeting is going to happen on the creative level. And again, I'm going to create a specific Facebook and Instagram masterclass so that you understand all of this if this is new for you. But for now, keep in mind that the targeting on Facebook and Instagram ads is going to happen through the creative itself, not through saying, okay, I'm targeting moms and I'm targeting real estate agents and I'm targeting, I don't know, people with relationship problems or whatsoever. Like, you can't do such a thing. You have to target based on the creative itself. So keep this in mind. With meta ads, you're reaching people who match your ideal customer profile or your ICP before they even know that they need you. This is the power of meta ads. You're interrupting them and you're letting them know that you exist and your business exists, and that's why they need to pay attention, become a lead, and ultimately convert and buy something from your business. Now let's talk about the best indices for meta ads. And keep in mind, this is just an example, so your business might not be on this list, but again, based on the criteria that I gave you so far, you will recognize that, for example, Facebook and Instagram is the best fit for your business and your offer. So we have coaching and consulting, so business coaches, life coaches, career coaches. You have high ticket B2B services, so for example, marketing agencies, web development agencies, fractional CMO services. You have elective medical and aesthetics, so for example, med spas, cosmetic dentistry, hair restoration and weight loss. We have financial services, so financial advisors, mortgage and insurance agents. You have real estate agents, for example, targeting specific neighborhoods, and homeowner demographics works incredibly well on meta ads. We have also home improvement and remodeling, for example, kitchen remodelers, solars, bathroom renovation, landscaping. And again, you could be an HVAC or a lawyer and you can still get high quality leads from Meta, but you have to create high quality creatives in order for you to get qualified leads for such Google optimized niches, so to say. Next, we have professional services with narrow audiences. So for example, bookkeepers for specific industries, niche consultants, and specialized attorneys. So keep in mind, Meta's targeting lets you find your exact audience before they even know that they need you. So if your business solves a specific problem for a specific type of business or person, you can target that exact prospect based on your creative. Alrighty, now we're going to be talking about YouTube ads, the long form education platform. So YouTube is the middle ground. It has search intent like Google, but it also has discovery and interruption based marketing like Meta, so Facebook and Instagram. YouTube excels when you need more time to explain your value to your prospect. Now let's talk about types of YouTube ads you can run. So first of all, you have skippable in-stream ads. These are the most common ads. So for example, video ads that play before, during, or after other videos. Viewers can skip after 5 seconds. So keep this in mind. You only pay if they watch 30 seconds or if they interacted with your ad. Next, we have non-skippable in-stream ads. These are the type of ads that everybody hates because you can't skip them. For example, if you're watching this video right now and an ad showed up on this video that you cannot escape, these are non-skippable in-stream ads. So for these ads, you have between 15 to 20 seconds that must be watched completely, and then the viewer can skip or continue watching your ad. These tend to have higher cost, but they are also guaranteeing you views for your ad. So if your ad is not performing on these, you have to understand that there is something wrong with the creative itself, because the prospect here saw at least between 15 to 20 seconds of the video, but they didn't engage with the ad. So it's an indicator that the ad itself is not doing a good job in terms of getting them to click on your ad and become a lead, or maybe booking a sales call with your business. Okay, next we have bumper ads. These are 6 seconds, non-skippable ads. Great for brand awareness. I do not recommend them whatsoever for lead generation, because with 6 seconds you can't do shit in terms of basically qualifying someone or convincing them to become a lead. So I highly recommend you to skip this type of ads on YouTube. Next, we have in-feed video ads. These are the ads that appear in YouTube search results or alongside related videos. So in this type of ads, people choose to click or watch your video. And finally, we have masthead ads. So these are premium placements at the top of the YouTube homepage. These tend to be extremely expensive and mostly for larger brands. So again, I highly recommend against them. So if you have a service-based business, you will focus on skippable in-stream ads and in-feed video ads. These are the two type of YouTube ads that I highly recommend you. Again, in-stream ads and in-feed video ads. Now to the fun part. Let's talk about how targeting works on YouTube. YouTube targeting combines the best of Google and Meta at the same time. So you can target based on keywords. So for example, what people are searching for on YouTube. You can target based on topics, so broad content categories, placements, so specific channels or videos where you want your ad to appear. Of course, you can also target based on demographics. So for example, age and gender, parental status and income. Next, we have interests and habits. So for example, what types of content they watch regularly. We have live events similar to Meta. So for example, major live events like birthday or anniversary or stuff like that. And you can also create custom audiences. For example, people who visited your website or are on your email list, you can retarget them on YouTube. You also have in-market audiences. So for example, people actively researching products or services. And finally, you have affinity audiences. So people with strong interests in a specific topic or subject. So that's the beauty of YouTube ads. You can combine intent-based targeting with demographics targeting. So basically you're combining interruption marketing with active-based marketing. For example, you can show your ad to 35 to 50-year-old business owners who are watching videos about scaling a business. And that's extremely powerful. And again, just like Google ads and Meta ads, I'm going to be creating a specific YouTube ads masterclass. I'm going to be posting it on this channel. So subscribe and make sure to check that as well. All right, let's talk about the best industries for YouTube ads. First of all, we have complex B2B services. So for example, SaaS platforms, enterprise software, consulting with long sales cycles. Basically, whenever you need time to explain what you have to offer, YouTube is a good fit for such offers. Next, we have high-ticket coaching and courses. For example, business training, certification programs, masterminds. For this type of offers, people need to trust you before spending $5,000 to $50,000 on your offer. And video builds trust because seeing you speak, hearing your voice, watching your VSL, your methodology creates connection with your prospect. Hence, they become a lead through YouTube ads. Next, we have professional services with education needs. So for example, financial planning, legal services for businesses, and tax strategy. So basically, when the decision is complex, video education works better than text. Because with YouTube ads, you can explain concepts, build authority, and create trust all in one ad, which is amazing. Now, next, we have home services with high consideration. So for example, roofing, solar installation, major renovation. These are big purchases and you can show before and afters. You can explain your service and you can go in depth as much as you want because YouTube allows you to do this so long that the prospect is not going to skip your ad. Next, we have healthcare and patient education. So for example, specialized medical procedures, dental implants, and fertility treatments. These are also amazing for YouTube ads because videos lets you build trust and explain complex and I would say science-heavy topics through a YouTube ad, which is perfect because with a simple YouTube ad, you can address fears, answer common questions, and position yourself as the expert. Imagine this with me. Let's say that you sell medical procedures, for example, or dental implants. You can target videos that talk about the same specific topic. So in most cases, if someone is watching a video about dental implants, it's either a student researching basically dental implants or someone who is in need for dental implants. So in most cases, they have high intent to purchase, which is perfect if you offer dental implants. All right, so far we have discussed Google ads, Meta ads, so Facebook and Instagram ads, and YouTube ads. So the question is, where should you go from here? Here's my recommendation. If people are actively searching for your service, start with Google. Or if your offer isn't something that people are actively searching for, but you know that they will be interested once they see it, start with Meta ads. And if you have a complex or high ticket offer that needs explanation and trust building, consider YouTube. But here's the most important part. Do not try to run all of these at once. Master one platform first, get it profitable, and then add others. In my opinion, most businesses fail at ads because they spread themselves too thin across YouTube, Google, Meta, and content, and maybe, God forbid, cold emailing and cold calling. And that's the main problem that you're having. If you spread yourself too thin, you're going to waste your budget. You're not going to get amazing results. You're not going to train the algorithms and AIs of these marketing channels because you're not gathering enough feedback from the market. And you're basically just wasting potential. So stick with one platform. Google, Meta, so Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube ads. Stick with it for at least 2 to 3 months. Make it profitable and then consider introducing a new platform. Like for example, you're marketing on Google and you retarget on Facebook and Instagram. So basically you have to make it work and then you can scale or expand. All right, so now you know which platform is right for your business, but knowing where to advertise is only half of the battle. You still need to know how to make it work. And that's why I'm going to create masterclasses for Google ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and YouTube ads so that you know exactly how to deal with them, how to learn their terminology, their terms, the types of targeting, the types of tracking. Because for example, you still have to track all of the clicks, the leads, the appointments that you're going to get from these platforms. And this video is long anyway. And that's why I'm going to create specific masterclasses. And I'm going to link them below this video so that you jump into the next video that is going to be about the platform that you picked for your business. And if you want to work with me one-on-one, check the link below this video. It's the first link in the description. It's clientswithads.com. And with that in mind, thank you so much for watching this video and I will see you in the next one. Take care.